Hello and welcome to another episode of Tips and Tech Talk. I'm your host, Ron. Today, a fellow licensed drone pilot, John Daraban. And John, today we came out to fly our drones because not only is the weather getting nicer, but the drones are getting nicer. And that's how you and I started talking, is because my first drone was the Phantom 2 way back before gimbals were perfected. Then I upgraded to the Phantom 3 Pro. This was your first drone, but this is my most recent purchase. But you know, we came out here to fly the Phantom 3 Pro, and then of course your Mavic Air, which is phenomenal. But we tell folks what we were shooting today.
Well, we came out here. We're both native of the Utica area.
Both Utica High School alum.
And
Chiefs.
There we go. And we wanted to come out and just do a little bit, you know, the hometown.
I own a couple of these. These are fantastic because the gimbal's amazing. They have the Phantom 4, and then they came out with the Phantom 4 Pro. But DJI really changed the game with the Mavic.
The Mavic, when that came into the scene, that brought in a compact, foldable drone frame.
It was always an ordeal taking this to the airport because I travel quite a bit.
Right.
And it always creates a scene. Everybody's looking. But after this, DJI came out with the Mavic. But what really got me as excited was the DJI Spark. And that was actually your first drone, was the DJI Spark, wasn't it? Talk about what your experience was with the Spark.
This is the Spark, and it's literally a palm in the hand, and this is Ron's version of it, but this is the same one I had bought. And
what color did you have?
Oh, white.
Okay,
white.
I get a lot of grief for the blue.
Oh boy, I tell you what, you know, it adds visibility also.
Right.
So sometimes when it's up in the air, you know,
boy.
we got the, you know,
big difference trying to identify this and trying to identify that.
And I actually found that if you put a little reflective tape on the battery, or even put a little orange paint, something to be a little bit more visual, because that is part of the FAA laws. I want to stress that first and foremost, that anytime that you're flying, you know, there is hobbyist rules and stuff, but it's a responsibility of us as pilots, persons in control, to make sure that we maintain a proper, safe environment, not only just for ourselves, but for everybody.
For a long time, I thought, okay, well, they got business out of the way so that we can go ahead and make a living doing this. Surely they're going to double back and make a set of rules for people who use it for hobby purposes. And not only did they not do that, because of a court ruling by a lawyer in California named John Taylor, it was and rightfully so, the way it was written by the FAA, it went from like you had to register your drone no matter what to like now it's the wild, wild west.
We are in America, land of the free. We are allowed to have hobbies. We are allowed to get in things, whether it be bicycling or sports or golf. We're allowed to buy tools and equipment, cameras and everything else. This is one of those things. It's like anything else. Bad can be used for bad and good for good. But we need a set of standards that kind of, so that it's the Wild West doesn't happen.
If you need a license to drive on the road and you have helicopters and airplanes up there, of course you would have to have some kind of license and pass some kind of test to fly and be a pilot. So
absolutely.
I think it's a fantastic idea. But when the Spark came out, I liked it because of its small footprint, and I just got done traveling, taking it to Florida, and I don't even take it out of my bag. I go from being a spectacle with this to no one even notices that that's with me, and it's easy to travel with, and it shoots 1080, which is phenomenal video.
Absolutely.
But what was it that made you pull the trigger on finally, okay, this is what I need to get?
Well, you know that they advertised it as a beginner, a learner drone.
Because it was just last summer that this came out. It hasn't been that long ago.
You know, the price point. The price point's really what did it. The price point came in, it's under $1,000. I know a lot of individuals think that's expensive, but literally when you jump to a DJI product or others that have as much technology packed into this, then it becomes relatively cost effective. So it was under $1,000. I got into it. The size, it was something that I wanted to be portable and compact. And on this camera you can actually see the size difference of the Spark to the Phantom series.
The Spark came out, and not even 4 or 5 months later, the DJI Mavic Air comes out, which is pretty much if the Mavic and the Spark had an offspring, you could say that it was because it took the best features. It's the small footprint. It's just a little bit bigger than the Spark, but it does fold up, and it has a 1080 at 120 frames, which you can do some cool slow motions. But more importantly, it shoots in 4K at 30 frames per second. Am I right about that?
Yes, I think you're even up to 60.
Oh, you can. Okay.
Yes. So it does a 4K video, and it gives many different options of frame rates, and again with the 120 frames at 1080, that's just remarkable. That's 1080 high definition, slow motion, in basically a foldable pocket drone that packs such a dramatic video punch to again, local news, home videos, and a professionalism that can be brought out with just a simple act like that is amazing.
Even if you're not going to use drones for business, which we do,
Yes.
even if you're going to use it as a hobby, I recommend going ahead and becoming a pilot because
Yes.
of the things that they teach you and the things that you learn that you're going to need to know if you're going to fly these on a regular basis. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank John Daraban for joining me. I had a great time flying. Hopefully we'll fly some more in the future. If you liked this video, if you learned something, or if it was entertaining, or even if you watched it for 30 seconds, I want to thank you for watching the video. Please share it with your friends. Click that like icon, and also go to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, and click that bell icon to make sure you're notified when I make future videos. Also, you can see more of my work at ronrobinsonstudios.com. Until next time, fly safe.
It's another hobby. Drone flying.
John Daraban, he'll be here all week. Try the deal. Don't forget to tip your waitresses.